For determination of alcohol content, we require oil. Okay, so we have to take 10 gram of oil. So for that, I am taking the lemon oil. So this is the empty flask, the weight of empty flask. So I will add oil in it. So it is near about 10 gram of oil is there. So I take the empty beaker weight and then I added the oil in it. So it is near about 10 gram. So students, today we are going to perform the determination of alcohol content. Okay, so for that we require the oil. Okay, so this is the lemon oil 10 gram. Okay, as we waited. Then we require the benzene. So this is the benzene. Okay, so this is the benzene. Then we require hydroxylamine hydrochloride. So here I prepared the hydroxylamine hydrochloride reagent in 60% of alcohol. Okay, so here I prepared it. Then we require this KOH solution 0.5 normal NaO, that is KOH solution for titration. Okay, so our all reagents and chemicals are ready and we require this stoppered flask. Okay, and we again require one more thing, that is the methyl orange indicator. So what should I do? Firstly I will take the oil, okay, add it into this stoppered flask. Then I will add the 5 ml of the benzene. Okay, then I added this hydroxylamine hydrochloride reagent into it, and then I will add this orange reagent and I will shake it vigorously. Okay, and once we started to shake it, so the color become red in color. Okay, so after that we have to titrate it with the KOH, that is the 0.5 normal KOH. We have to titrate. The color changes from red to yellow. So let's start. So see student, this is the oil, lemon oil. We can take any volatile oil. Okay, so in that I added the benzene solution, that is the benzene 5 ml, and then I added the hydroxylamine hydrochloride in alcohol 60%, that is the 10 to 15 ml I added the 15 ml. Okay, and then I added the orange, this is the indicator, methyl orange indicator. So I will shake it vigorously. So for formation of this color, red color. Okay, and then I will immediately titrate it with the KOH, that is the alcoholic KOH. Okay. So see students, I will titrate it unless it become yellow in color. Slightly the color will change. Let us see. See, the color is changing. Okay, that is yellow color. It is orange color. So let us see. So here we got the orange color. I will add little bit more. See, the color changed to yellow color. Okay, the color is changed to yellow color, and we take 10. The burette reading is about 12.5. Okay, so 12.5, at that point we got this yellow color. Okay, so actually it is given in the book that the reaction is complete in about 15 minutes. Okay, so here each ml of 0.5 normal KOH. Okay, so here we require 12.5. So the 0.5 normal KOH, that is the alcohol 60%, is equivalent to 0.070672 gram of the citral. Okay, so let us calculate it. So determination of aldehyde content, in that we titrated our oil solution with the KOH solution. Okay, so in the it is given that each ml of the 0.5 normal KOH in alcohol 60% is having equivalent, that is 0.070672 gram of citral. Okay, so here we putted our all the values, that is we require 12.5 ml of KOH. Okay, so how much gram of this aldehyde is present in the oil? So it is for that I take that value, that is the 0.70672 for per gram of KOH multiplied by 12.5, that is 0.8480 gram of aldehyde is present in the lemon oil, that is the citral is present. This procedure gives an approximate determination of citral volatile oil. So you can carry out the second determination in the same manner, okay, using the color standard of the first experiment, that is the yellow, that is the red to yellow. This experiment you can repeat it, and for that you can use the different oil, volatile oil. So students, today we are going to perform the practical, that is the determination of phenol content. So for that we required the cassia flask. So I haven't this cassia flask, is this actually the volumetric flask. So instead of cassia flask I will take this volumetric flask. Okay, then we require the clove oil. Okay, so this is the clove oil. We require sulfuric acid, potassium hydroxide. Okay, solution I will prepare the solution of it. Then we require the water bath, okay, and separating funnel and all. So firstly you have to determine, okay, so you have to determine the eugenol in the clove oil. Okay, so that is the phenol present in the clove. So that is the eugenol we have to determine. So for that we have to take the cassia flask. So here we are taking the volumetric flask, and it is having the capacity of 100 ml. Okay, so you have to clean it by using the sulfuric acid and water, and then dry it. Okay, then you have to add the 10 ml of the clove sample, that is the sample you have to add, and 75 ml of the potassium hydroxide solution into it. Okay, and then you have to shake it. Okay, you have to shake it for 5 minutes, then heat it on the boiling water bath. Okay, so after, when you put this in the boiling water bath, 3 times you have to shake it in between them. Okay, so while you are heating, so as I told you, you have to shake it for 3 times during the heating, and allow it to cool down for the room temperature, and the layers will be separated. Okay, completely, and then add again the potassium hydroxide solution to raise the level of this that is the graduated portion, okay, of the flask, and then allow it for remain it is for 18 to 24 hours, and then read the volume of the oily layer and calculate its eugenol content. Okay, so let us perform the practice. So see students, I prepared this potassium hydroxide solution. Okay, so I will take 75 ml of it. Okay, 75 ml. Okay, and this is the 10 ml of oil, that is the clove oil I take. So I will add it oil into this flask. Okay, then I will add this KOH solution into it. So I will shake it for 5 minutes now. So I will shake it. Okay. So I continuously shake this for 5 minutes. So I will keep it into the water bath. So I will keep this into the water bath, okay, for 3 minutes. 3 minutes are over. So I will take it out. In these 3 minutes, I shake this flask for 3 times, okay, within 3 minutes. So I will take it out and I will keep it for 18 to 24 hours for separation of the oil layer. So see, when the heating is there, so the quite separation is there. Okay, so after heating I will take it out. Okay, then I will add the excess of the KOH into it, and then I will wait for 18 to 24 hours for separation of the layer. Okay, and when I put it into the water bath, so at that time near about 3 times I shake this flask. Okay. Now I keep this for allowing it for a room temperature. Okay, so see here some oily layer is separated at the upper portion. So I will add again the KOH solution into it. Okay, oily layer is separated now. It is at room temperature. So the I will add the KOH solution into it. I added the excess that is the KOH solution, okay, into this flask. So see the oily layer is separated. Okay, so I will keep this. I will allow it to stand for 18 to 24 hours, and then I will read the volume of oily layer and calculate. I will calculate the its eugenol content into this clove oil. Okay, so see the oily layer is separated, so it will take near about 18 to 24 hours. See students, the oily layer is separated. Okay, so very good afternoon students. So today we are going to perform the practical, that is the determination of alkaloid, determination of phenol, and determination of that is the aldehyde. Okay, so the determination of alkaloids, for that we require the apparatus. Okay, so for that we require the digital weighing balance, beaker, measuring cylinder, separating funnel, heating mantle, water bath, conical flask, separating funnel, and pipette buvette. So for all these three tests we require all there is these requirements. Then we require the chemicals. So in apparatus the buvette is essential. Buvette. Okay, then we require the pipette, measuring cylinder. Okay, so for titration purpose, what we require, so all that requirements are there in this. Okay, then for chemicals, we require ammonia solution, chloroform, okay, then we require the sulfuric acid, ammonia, sulfuric acid, okay, then we require sodium hydroxide, methyl red as an indicator. Okay, so these are the chemicals required for this test. Then the principle of this test: the alkaloid components present in the given sample are liberated by using the alkali, and it is extracted by using an organic solvent such as chloroform. The unstable alkaloids are converted into its salts, which are further estimated by titrating against the alkali by using the methyl red as an indicator. Okay, the determination then commercial evaluation and for phytochemical, that is the pharmacological purposes are there. The amount of alkaloid that occur in crude alkaloid drug are subjected to considerable variation in different samples of same drug due to the age of the plant when it is get collected, the season of the year when the drug is get harvested, the soil and the climate which the drug is grown. Okay, the conditions under which the drug is get collected, how it is get dried and stored solution. So here for this alkaloid determination, we have to weigh the 10 gram of drug sample and it is added to the ammonia solution. Mix thoroughly, ensure that complete liberation of the basic alkaloid should be there. Then the content with the organic solvent, that is the chloroform, allowed to the misrate for 4 hours. Okay, the concentrate, the extract about 50 ml and transfer the content of separating funnel and extract with the dilute acid 0.5 normal sulfuric acid. Then the acid alkaloid is made alkaline with dilute ammonia and extract with the chloroform. The next process, the acid alkaloid is made alkaline with the dilute ammonia and extract with the chloroform. Wash the chloroform extract with the 10 ml of water and evaporate the chloroform part to dryness. Dissolve the residue in 5 ml of chloroform and add 20 ml of 0.02 normal sulfuric acid and evaporate it onto the water bath to remove the chloroform. Then the titrate the content against the 0.2 normal sodium hydroxide